Hi there, Emily. I'm just taking a look over your slides. I think you're off to a good start. You have a lot of the content that you need. Be sure before you submit your design that when you go to save it, you turn off the colors and the guides, so you'll just actually have the content in the page. That will help it look a little bit more professional and easy to grade. If you have a stroke on anything, take a stroke off too. That's kind of going to instantly date your design. So make sure you have this stroke removed and any other shapes that may have a stroke. Something I noticed as I was going through quickly is consistencies are spelled wrong. So be sure to consistencies with the extra S here. So be sure to run a spell check on this as well. Okay, and then one thing else I noticed as you have a few widows here, I noticed, so make sure you go through and rearrange the width of your text boxes so you don't have any of your widows. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else I noted on the slides. I would kind of like to see you swap out this font. I know that was on there before, but if you could switch that out for something else, that might be cool. Try to find something that will contrast with this. Well, maybe you're kind of already doing that because you have this font here. Okay, so if you're doing that, that's okay. I see this a lot. It's the same font that recurs on most of these slide presentations. So if you want to take yours to the next level, it would be appreciated if you wanted to switch that out for something. Okay. I would probably encourage you to try to play around a little bit with placement. You have your ads down here at the bottom. The bit larger ad is kind of the bottom but off center. So first of all, I'd make sure these two ads are sized on the page. I would probably make them both a full bleed so they're totally going off the page down at the bottom. Okay. And then you need to find some way of having it be consistent what you do on each page. Okay, so this page consistency is high, but your writing is down low. This page consistency is over here, writing is to the side of it. It's in this typeface down here. Oh no, it's the same typeface. Okay, that's good. For some reason I was thinking it was a different one. Okay, so same typeface, that's good. From page to page. You could play around with having this be a different type than this, which might look kind of nice. And okay, so what I was saying is this one, like you have your title up high and then this is down low. Title up high, your content is down low. But here you have your title and it's kind of on the same horizontal plane as your written content. So figure out where you want your content, if you want it to be high or low or the same, and then have it start at the same place. Now I might recommend having a horizontal line that goes across in your mind and color starts at the bottom of that horizontal line. And then your written content starts there too. So it's going to be aligned at the top of the page because right now these are not really aligned in any way. Down here, they're especially not really aligned. Unless you're saying like maybe you're aligning your content with the bottom of this, which that could maybe be. Okay, so just whatever you decide to do, make it consistent. I would probably like to see some actual draw overs. It feels a little bit sparse right now, so it might be cool to have a nice color that will contrast with the blue, and that'll make it feel a little bit more professional as well. Let me think if there's anything else. One of these, the image looks really pixelated. Okay, see how this is looking a little bit more crisp than these images? I'm not sure if you need to you might want to place them again in this, but see how crisp and nice this looks? And then the quality is going down kind of substantially. So make sure they're all nice, high quality, like your image is here on this one. You could also play around with color. Since you have this strong blue, you could do a yellow or an orange and see if you can play around with that on these. Or you could do like the red from this Cars Lightning McQueen. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot him. Lightning McQueen. You could play around with red and yellow and blue or something, okay? That might be a really intense color scheme, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend all three of those colors, but like yellow would look really nice. or possibly red. So just be really intentional about the placement. It feels like it's a little bit all over the place right now. Making your ad a full bleed will really help you have some initial structure, and then always having your headings be in the exact same place, and then having this somehow in relation to your headings. That's going to instantly help it feel more professional. Okay. Maybe like, yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about earlier with the written content being on a nice crisp line across. That looks good. And then perhaps in a contrasting typeface, and this in a complementary color. I think that'll help you out a lot. Okay, so I think that's it for the slides. Let me take a look at your ad. I like where you're going with it. I think it does have a similar vibe and feel as the other one. The other one, the logo is Disneyland Resort, so I would keep that consistent because you want your client to be the same. So it's not Disneyland, it's Disneyland Resort. I can tell you kind of have taken something out here, so I would continue to work on making sure this all is just the same blue color, and then you've kind of got rid of some of this Y, because when you were taking that out, maybe your feather was turned up kind of high. Okay, so make sure that Y is on there nice and crisp. Stay in the middle of the magic or right nearby. Okay, so this, how you do this hyphen, you're going to hit dash twice, and then don't hit space. Let me see if I can show you real quick. You're going to hit dash twice, okay, dash, dash. Okay, see how it made that hyphen? Disneyland, dash, dash, IN, the. Now, you're not going to do dash, dash, space, IN. Oh, actually, that worked. Cool. There must have been an update. All right, so dash, dash, in the middle. Okay, so this is the kind of hyphen you need for what you're wanting to do. And that's the kind of hyphen that appears on this ad. Since you're splitting this tagline into 2 lines, I would have inside and outside of the park be on the next line. Okay, experience the magic inside and outside of the park. And you could even maybe get rid of this of, because that would help it feel a little bit more short and to the point. Make sure your image is fully dragged off the page. It probably is, but I see a little bit of white here. And so sometimes that just happens with PDFs or JPEGs, but make sure it's fully dragged off the edge. Experience magic inside and outside the park. I don't know if you were trying to do this to kind of mimic that gradient, but this does have a gradient to it, which looks really good. If you can do that, that will help this feel a little bit more like the original ad as well. Okay. So I think you're off to a good start. If you break this into 2 lines, make sure this second portion is aligned on the bottom of Disneyland, so it doesn't feel like your content is just floating in an odd space over here. You could even try a left alignment here with the experience and then inside, and have it right here kind of tucked into that if it looks a little bit awkward just kind of floating over here. All right, so you're off to a good start. Just continue to refine those things, and that's definitely going to take your design to the next level. Okay, thanks, Emily. Bye.